Yes.
Oh, I miss my baby.
I love you. Not thank you. Hey y'all, welcome back to the Green Family channel. I wanted to come on here and give you guys an update on how my pregnancy is going, how everything is going with the baby, and how everything is going with me. As you can tell, I am in a hospital room. I've been in here since last night. I am currently 34 weeks and 4 days. And so yesterday I had an appointment with my specialist doctor. And when I went in, they did all of their checking that they do. And when she got finished, well, I saw a nurse first, and the nurse, she did her checks first. She put me on a machine. It was an ultrasound. I got an ultrasound. And at the end of her checking, she said that baby was about 4 pounds, 4 ounces. So then she told me, okay, you know, wait here. The doctor's going to come in and see you. And the doctor came in, and it's not the doctor that I normally see, but it's his partner. And so she came in, she did her checks, and she said that she got 3 pounds and 15 ounces for baby. And so she immediately said, you know, your baby is still weighing small. He's not in the 9th percentile anymore. He's in the 2nd percentile now, and we want you to check into the hospital. And so I was like, okay, check in the hospital when? And she was like, as soon as possible. And I had my kids at the appointment with me. And she said, you know, I know you have your kids here with you, so can you get them situated and then go straight to the hospital so that we can monitor you for 24 hours and just see how baby will do on the monitors for 24 hours. And we also want to get you a steroid shot for baby's lungs. And she said that that steroid shot will come in 2 shots, and they would give me one as soon as I got to the hospital, and then 24 hours after I had been at the hospital. And that shot would just help develop baby's lungs, because they're thinking that baby is going to need to be born sooner than his due date. So, of course, this was a lot to take in. I was on the phone with my husband, and he's been out of town. He's been away, and so he was just listening in on the conversation to know what's all going on. And so we kind of had to just pause and evaluate. So our 5-year-old daughter had already been sick, and so I was already saying I needed to go take her to get checked out. So I knew I needed to do that first before I checked myself into the hospital. And so we decided that I would take her to the doctor first. We'll take her to just get checked out. I took her to an urgent care and got her checked out. And so yeah, we decided that we would do that first before I checked myself in. But let me bag back. On my app here, it says, now, of course, doctors and apps work off of guesstimates. So nothing is like fine, definite, true, you know, just like set in stone, but they all work off guesstimates. And so my app is saying that today, me being 34 weeks and 4 days, baby should be around 5 pounds, 24 ounces. And like I was saying at the appointment yesterday, they were saying my baby is about 4 pounds. Just let's just say about 4 pounds. The first nurse said 4 pounds, 4 ounces, and then the doctor came in and said 315. And of course, an ultrasound is an ultrasound. It can't give you a true 100%, this is what your baby's weight is, but they're measuring and calculating the best they can. And so, so if baby is 4 pounds, then he is, you know, small. He's smaller than, and what they're saying is he is smaller than the average baby at 34 weeks. So my husband and I are taking that into account. We are definitely praying. You guys know we're Christians. We pray. We always want to be led by God in all decisions that we make. We know that our children are blessings from God. They are not ours. They're God's. You know, God has gifted us with these children. But ultimately, we're all God's. We're all God's children. And we know, of course, this is a difficult situation. We're having to make difficult decisions. The doctors are recommending what they're recommending, and we are praying and asking God, like, what should we do? What is going to be best for our baby, for our family? We have other children that we have to consider. Now, of course, we do have a bunch of friends and family and church family that has been awesome during this process, and it always is, offering to keep the girls, just seeing what we need during this time, which we really, really, really appreciate. And so we're just taking it day by day. I am here at the hospital. I did get the first steroid shot for baby's lungs, just in case he needs to come out early. And I'm going to get the second steroid shot. And they are monitoring the baby. So they put me on a stress test monitor, and they put me on for 20 minutes at a time. And that, I'll try to include a clip, but it shows baby's movements. It shows baby's heart rate, and it also shows if I'm having any contractions, which I have been having a lot of contractions. And then yesterday I noticed when I had a contraction, baby's heart rate sped up. And I asked the nurse after I got finished, I said, did you see the contraction that I had? And did you see the baby's heart rate sped up and then just went back down when the contraction was over? And she said, yes, I saw it. And she said, that's exactly what it's supposed to do. She said, baby is looking good. Each time we have, because I've had many stress tests. I had one Thursday. I had one the day before yesterday at my OB doctor's office. And then I had one last night, and I've had 2 today. And everyone, baby is doing really good on the stress test. He's moving at the rate he's supposed to be moving. He's his heart rate is good. When I have a contraction, his heart rate goes slightly up, it comes back down. He is not showing any signs of distress, which is really good. And I'm very thankful for that. So they're going to continue to do, I think she said I'm going to get one more within this 24 hours. I'm going to get one more at midnight. And then my doctor is going to come in, the specialist, either him or his partner will come in, and they will talk to me and just let me know what, based off of the 24 hours, what they want to do to move forward. And so we'll just see what they say. Of course, now during this whole thing, my husband and I, we take their advice. We hear them out. We hear the doctors out. And then we decide what we want to do. We don't allow anyone to pressure us into anything. We pray and we talk and we decide what we want to do. And that's what we'll do. I know that the baby is doing good on the stress tests. I'm very excited about that. And I know, you know, what the doctor, they will report that to the doctor, and then whatever, you know, the doctor's recommendation is, we'll discuss that and we'll decide what we're gonna do. But I did want to update you guys on what they're saying about baby. They're saying that baby is small. Did I say how many pounds they said? Yeah, I told y'all how many pounds they're saying the baby is right now. How many pounds they're guesstimating that the baby is right now. And so earlier on in my pregnancy, when they first discovered that baby was small, the specialist told me that nearing the end of my pregnancy, we would start discussing options depending on how baby was doing and how baby was growing. So if baby started growing good at a normal rate, of course we would leave baby in. But if baby was still small, and they call it growth restricted, then they would consider inducing labor around 37 weeks or whatever gestational age, whatever weeks would be the safest. They normally want to induce labor at 37 weeks because baby is pretty much, you know, all developed, and if it's safe to leave them in to 37 weeks, then they like to, and then just induce mom at 37 weeks, she have the baby, and let the baby continue to grow on the outside. So they don't know exactly why my baby is measuring small. They're saying it's a possibility that my placenta isn't feeding the baby enough nutrients for it to grow at the rate that it's supposed to be growing, or at like an average normal rate. And so an option would be to induce labor, get baby out, and let him grow on the outside. And that's not a horrible, you know, recommendation. I don't think that's a horrible idea. But I definitely want to be led by God in our decisions. And so we are praying, and we are asking God, what do we need to do during this time, just to make sure, you know, we're making the right decisions for our baby and for our family. We have a lot to consider. And another thing, they're saying that they want to keep an eye on baby. They want to keep an eye on baby when babies are weighing small, especially this small in the second percentile. They would like to monitor mom every day. Mom and baby every day. So they would like to keep me in the hospital, put me on a monitor 3 times a day to monitor baby's heart rate and movement, make sure baby is not stressed out. And then they would also like to give me 2 sonograms a week. Now, that would mean that we have to consider our other children and our family. Dad works. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and if I'm in the hospital, who's gonna have our kids? Now, my husband can take off, of course, and he could change his schedule around and have our babies, but I don't know. We have to work through that. We have to talk through that and see, you know, is it absolutely necessary that I stay in the hospital? I don't know. It's just a lot to think about. It means different dynamics for our family, you know? So, we will be seeing what the doctor is going to recommend, and then going from there. That's really all we can do right now. After the doctor's recommendation, my husband and I will talk, and we will decide what we're going to do. And then I will update you guys. But like I said, my husband has been out of town, and he just called me, letting me know that his flight just landed. And so he's gonna be on his way to me in a little while, and I am so excited. We're rarely apart, and he went up to Montana to see some friends of ours. They just had a new baby. Well, their new baby is like a couple of months old, but it's my husband's best friend, and they just had a new baby, and he went up to visit them, and so he's on his way back. I am excited. I miss him. I miss my babies. And so, yeah, I'm just ready for him to be back, for us to reconnect and talk and pray together. And I will update you guys when I can. Hi.
Hey. Why we gotta be recorded?
Cuz. Give me a kiss.
Oh, I miss my baby. That the lady thing?
I love you.
Love you too.
I miss you.
Is Daddy coming right now?
Yeah, right now. Jaslyn, I love you.
Oh, here you go.
I miss you. Hi, baby. I miss you. I like your ball. I love you. I love you.
Thank you.
Not thank you.